close and personal.
So Governor boosted himself up on top here. Wait, he got the VIP treatment. He bought shield, someone dropped him a ghost, and he's full Yuto.
Heck yeah. After what he did the last time, I would too.
Yeah.
I'm all about it.
But this spot of him actually could be detrimental now that they're pushing up onto mid. If they actually somehow get some line of sight onto B Heaven, Governor's position might actually be for the worse, for the wares.
Oh.
But he does get the quick trade-off here. The pinch comes in for DRX, but this might be too much for Talon to handle. Ban holding hands, able to hold on. Gets one. Cruz at the back of the site.
Yaha, Cruz.
Convert with the frenzy, unfortunately. And
Foxy 9 main smoker loh. Wah,
Here,
makin aneh aja, Cok.
For now, yes. Now it's going to be the safe on the plant. They hear the drop on the rope, so Foxy 9, all he had to do was wait on Hell, and he gets rewarded the 4K.
Foxy 9
And a lot of
smoker.
this round came down to DRX just having numbers advantage in the fight that they
Serius loh.
took, right? The initial fight against Lenny, it's essentially a 2v1 there. You can see right here, there's another gun right behind. And then Foxy 9 pumps the brakes after coming out of B.
Gila, Foxy 9.
Waits for Mako to swing around the corner before he makes his push. So good discipline, good timing, good communication from DRX. All of those things give them the round, despite Talon being in a position to seemingly absorb that B hit.
Kind of sucks for them too, because again, they committed so much in Governor and was only able to get that one kill. Alright. Nades and everything. Control on B secured. Governor gets fed that ult charge. Other than that, DRX, they're just waiting for something to happen first.
It's still in a all classic eco round. That's a nice little win, right? Like getting an ult orb, that's actually pretty impactful potentially. As this one goes on, it may, who knows, cycle into an extra showstopper or something like that. But DRX fake a rotation away. Talon, of course, on a classic pistol round, basically everybody these days gambles one side or another, or just sticks together in this case.
Yeah.
And they will shift over to A and may have a little bit of time before this one really kicks off in A fashion. And
Gak ada yang di side ya, kenapa observer
wait in
kambing.
alley and die to the spike strat here for Talon.
Ngeframe mulu,
Especially
Cok.
that, again, you just do not want to give anybody here from DRX any ult charges. Stacks and Buzz, I think, for the most part, going to be the biggest of their worries.
Not to mention Foxy 9 already 4 charges into Viper's Pit.
That's true. Are they going to try to YOLO, though, for exit frags? I mean, if they can do some economic damage.
Aman aja nih.
You might, like, throw Stacks and Mako in there, maybe, just to see, but
Wih,
yeah,
stack.
I think Stacks, it's worth it.
Oh, gila stack dapat 2, Cok.
Yep.
That's 3 charges for him. 2 for the kill, 1 for the death.
Exactly.
And, yeah, that's about it. This round's done.
But still, that's a pretty good moral victory there for DRX. With just a ghost, he's able to step up in like that, take away, or not take away, give himself a couple of ult charges. And that's huge. I love that call there from DRX. 100%. Just throw the guy in there who's not going to be needing a gun anyway. As the ghost is, it's a good gun, but
Gila.
the least important of the 5.
Dapat 2 kill aja, lumayan lah.
Converted to. Anyways, Talon now with some
Split ini pilihan DRX ya.
Always curious about
Next map Ascent.
what is the trip.
Bisa ada
You can
breeze.
see how well they actually play the agent. The more complicated the setup becomes.
There it was. There was that shock dart to clear the util.
Yeah, exactly why they put Lenny on it, on the Sova, I mean.
Yeah, he's got some good reads on how Flashback is going to want to set these trapwires up.
There.
And you're absolutely right. I mean, it is kind of like a gut check moment. Like, how well do they know the angles that the Cypher wires can go?
Yeah. Chill pusher from Talon as well. And speaking of, not gut check, but checking in general, they're making sure, at least from Talon here, where the general push of DRX would be. Obviously, since it's not A main, it should be somewhere on mid to B, which, as you can see here, the rotation from Talon just kind of makes it so that they are bringing forces back on that B side. Hold on. Buzz starts to go in for the push.
Wah, anjir, ke-stun.
Great clear. That was 2 stacks of stun as well. Trade for trade. This is still pretty damn solid for DRX. Buzz moves, uses that paint shells to delay, and that should be the plan on the spike as all players of DRX playing inside the site itself. There's going to be a full-blown retake for Talon as they are playing all up on Heaven. Flash is available for Ban here. One is on Rafters, spotted by the jump spot from Stacks. Already just gonna waterfall into the side because there's so many angles to clear up.
Nice, Ben.
Bad makes it a little bit easier for that one pick. Equalize into the 3 versus 3.
Oh.
Flashback gets another. Stack denies. Governor is alone, and he's just the looks of things.
Ayo, Talon. Bisa lah.
And this is what makes DRX so fearsome, is their fundamentals are so well drilled in, so well
Gue
prepared
lupa nyalain
by
ini.
Termi and company.
Nah.
The way
Lupa,
that they hold this post plan is just brilliant. I mean, Stacks is holding an angle that I think a lot of players would be tempted
Oke,
to
3-0
oversee.
ya.
He has flashback
Masih
up on
belum
Raptor, so he can
bisa
just hold that
menekan
crossfire,
poin ya
just
dari
a
tim
1-2.
Talon.
Flashback gets the first kill, immediately
Gak
drops down.
apa-apa.
That baits for Stacks, because the other player is going to be looking for flashback.
But
Things like this are what makes DRX so tricky. Now, I kind of like at the beginning of the round, like you were talking about, azzraaja, that you know, they're getting the information, they're clearing the utility, they're doing some of the good things, our talent early, but right now, you know, DRX has fantastic, call it tactical fundamentals.
Nice.
By tactical, I mean like small fight fundamentals, right?
Yeah.
Like strategic view, of course, they're good too, but
Yeah.
right now they seem to be working well together.
Execution is just fast enough that, you know, I was about to circle back to Talon. They already got the information. They might have needed to just, you know, rotate more forces. It's a risk, but they needed more bodies to
And they had
counter.
I'm pretty sure they're.
Oke, apakah bisa nih? Oh, mundur aja,
They
mundur.
threw it
Smoke.
into the
Flash.
the ropes.
Siap flash, siap flash.
But it could've
Flash,
been, like,
siap
very-
flash.
There's a setup here.
Yeah,
Oh,
flash
mantap.
Out as well, and Talon, they work best when they're the ones
Anjir.
setting the plays.
Mako untung bisa kabur.
Get two immediately away against DRX. Stacks and Bucks, Buzz, not Bucks. Buzz are down.
Ketahuan flashback.
It slows down the pusher from DRX, as they now have to forfeit that mid control.
Ooh, nice
okay.
shot.
Foxy 9 emang gila coy.
Foxy 9 was heating up,
Ay, memang.
lighting the show. 2 kills. We slow down once again, but they did see where the spike was for the moment. Flashback now pushes up onto Rafters here. Has to deal with the tripwire. Breaks it down. Lenny waits patiently. Peeks. No one's
30
here.
seconds left.
Where
Anjir,
the
timing
rest
ya.
of the RXB? Main hasn't been cleared up yet. They're waiting for something. The smoke
Timing
is placed there
parah.
for easier access for the 2 remaining players of DRX.
They still have a ton of util. Oh, they're second guessing themselves here.
Very true.
Lah,
They might
Kobe.
not hear from there too that the spike's gonna get planted for
10
A,
seconds left.
and they're just backing away. Yeah, they didn't. They're gonna get confirmation now, but this is I mean, they're still close, but this is time as well as ground lost.
ayo 3 lawan 2. Masa
Uses time
kalah?
to get info.
Talon.
Mako can paranoia
Let's
in
go lah.
on the entry. Looks like they're going to try to potentially swing through screens. There's a trap wire there.
Slow the base down for now. Move on. Ooh,
Ooh.
that's a trade. Flashback's been pretty solid with his clutch.
Ooh, nice
so
budget,
many
boys.
Guesses incorrectly.
Let's
Jet
go.
boys entered. So Talon is rough around the edges, but they get themselves a point on that board.
Yeah, that overstack
Trip.
confuses Flashback. He's expecting an
Kena
offense.
trip
Expecting
si
somebody to come
DRX
from
ya,
out
tapi
there.
masih bisa beli
That's why
ya.
he flicks back to it. Not prepared at all.
Yeah.
That's, you know, that's tricky. You're basically guessing a 50-50. A great start here, though, with that combo, the flash and peaks.
Player standing.
Taking down 2 members early. Now, Talon, little wind beneath their sails. See if they can start stringing together some rounds here. DRX now has the Rolling Thunder. That was the other thing I was kind of wondering about at the beginning of that last round. I noticed
Yes,
it,
di situ.
but they died too fast. That they never played for the Altor for Stacks. He had 1 more away from being in that Rolling Thunder, and now you've got 1 more for the Viper's Pit for Foxy 9. On the other side, you know, Showstopper and the Neural Theft, so kind of curious to see how exactly DRX is going to implement these ultimates.
Oh. Where it at? Where it at? Governor.
Ooh.
Swing and a miss.
Got some damage.
Low.
True.
Yeah, didn't get the kill, so kind of tried to punish that Viper knowing that there aren't any escapes other than running.
At least he does get some control of B main back, but because there's so
Oh,
much time for DRX to re-encompass Garage, he might have to be careful. And that's him, yep, without any of his satchels anymore, as well as the Showstopper. Nade is available, but you can already see DRX very adamant, confident about this B play. I mean, it's with good intention.
Siap
They're about
flash
to just
nih.
get a couple of kills here. Mako finds Cruz. Here comes Talon wanting to punish, but
Oh, Foxy 9.
DRX are just so good at
Oh,
winning
Jit
these
boys.
fights, and these support vault lines from Stacks is ruining the take-in from
Gila,
Talon.
Ban.
I'm saying this, but Bond strikes back.
Oh,
Thus
Buzz.
2 versus 1. Bond's alone. Stacks at the back of the site. One in front. Can he win the fight before he gets corralled
Oh.
by Buzz coming around the corner? Absolutely not.
Kayak teriakan-teriakan fansnya ini kayak
Yeah, I mean,
membuat
DRX
spoiler
are
nggak sih?
investing a lot of utility to make sure that that site
Kayak
is going
langsung
to be open
ketebak
enough for them to
duluan
at least get
gitu.
the plant down. Rolling
Siapa
Thunder,
yang menang ya?
Paranoia. Buzz Blast packs in, but by that point, Governor had already bailed, and wisely so. And then the reinforcements are coming, and then Mako, I was going to say, gets a spray down through the smoke. Right after that Cyber Cage pops, he catches Cruz. And that's huge. That's a lot of that util that you want in that retake. For potentially using, you know, smokes to hold your angles as you push in, for using the grab well.
Easy, yeah.
Like corners where
Wah.
Stacks was hiding, things like that. Immediately taken out of that fight by
Time
Mako
out ya dari
with that
Talon.
spray. Ban does a really nice job picking up a couple big kills and giving Talon a potential, some hope in that round, but at the end of the day, Buzz kind of finds a great timing there for a 2-piece, and that's all she wrote for that one.
At some point, they lost too many players that unless Bond got 3 or 4 kills, it wasn't going to be something I think Talon could convert into a round win. You know, it was just a little bit too late at that point here for Talon.
Yeah, and it's tough because, again, the protocols for DRX continue to be nearly immaculate. I mean, they're always in the right place, doing the right things, using their utility in the right spots, taking the right timings on their angles and things like that. So, for sure,
Oh, ini pelatih Talon yang baru ya?
probably here, I mean, I
Siapa
think
ini?
he's just probably saying, let's be a little bit safer. Let's make sure we're talking about these retakes, you know, getting the utility in place, and then going for them if we're going to play post-plan.
And maybe not overreaching, you know, with your satchels and your ultimate without confirming that DRX is actually there. It's a big wasted, you know, resource.
Yeah, that's getting pretty greedy there for Governor. You know, thinking he's got Foxy 9 dead to rights potentially, but just, again, couldn't quite get it done. Now, Toxic Screen as they lurk forward.
Oh, that is a risk. Jit Boys does get the trade though. Buzz.
Eh, Buzz.
Looking. Is he gonna find? Oh, just barely, but Jit Boys exposed
Nggak dapet sih
to
tapi.
Stacks as he comes closer into the site. Cruz just pocketing himself here in elbow. Tries to get it a
Ooh!
little closer. Actually works out, but because he's paranoid, the short-sightedness, not gonna be able to spot Mako from that distance, so he drops down. And this is an eco. They are dealing good damage, but at the end of the day, Governor and teammate just a bit too far from the action. Flashback should be able to clean this up, and Lenny, he's got a shorty, man. So I mean, like, unless he's got the most luckiest of shorty pellets for taking down a 100+ HP flashback,
Lenny ngapain di
all he
sini?
can really do is back
Dia
away and
dia
just
mau
get away
ngedrone
and get
anjir.
this tag out of me.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's impossible. There's
No
very
world.
few, there's no world where that one happens. I mean, even Doctor Strange can't find that one.
Wow.
Yeah, it's tough, dude. I mean, I kind of like the. By the way, some of you might be wondering why, like,
Mau
Kako
ngedrone dia.
through that paranoia.
Tuh.
Also, it's Stacks. Probably intentional, because Stacks knows that he's going to be at an up-close and personal fight, but if there is one around that corner, so he doesn't mind getting nearsighted there. He'd rather, you know, it hit his opponent as well, potentially, so, you know, it's, and then that, like you said, the follow-up there, because he's nearsighted, even if Stacks loses that fight, it's fine.
Absolutely.
Or, you know, Mako's just trolling Stacks, I mean.
It also could be. They're pretty close.
They're
Smoke-nya satu
good
ya.
friends, so
Cruz doang.
Well, now you've got a ton of ultimates. You got Neural Theft, you got Hunter's Fury, you got Seekers, you got Cosmic Divide, you got Viper's Pit, Governor.
Oh,
That's
gila
a leg.
Governor.
Yeah, absolutely. Nade for nade, though. Governor's going to have to back away. He does have a teammate holding Raptors here. Foxy 9 exposed. They are leaving Ali a little bit
Chip boys.
vulnerable here for
Lenny.
DRX to start pushing in.
Nice
It's
banget.
DRX
Nice banget
coming
Cruz.
in.
Wow, gila Jit
Boys
Boys.
and Cruz,
Ngeri.
original members,
Woo.
the OGs, making it work here for Talon.
Love
Get around.
Yeah, dude, I love the timing here from Talon. Catch DRX while they're trying to execute. This is something that a lot of good teams will do that give DRX fits. Because DRX is a team that really commits to executes, for better or for worse sometimes.
Yeah.
When they are able to be given that space to commit, we've seen it time and time again that they're immaculate with their timings, with their placements, with in terms of the angles they're supposed to hold and watch. All those things are great. But if you hit them in the middle of it, slow it down, cause some disruption, they do struggle sometimes to recover. I gotta give JitBoys a ton of credit. He lurked from stairs in a smoke for a long time and found the perfect moment to backstab and pick up 2 kills out of it. Really nicely done.
I just want to add to that too, right? This is the first time I think Talon has been able to properly use Governor's reaction and explosive shooting, right? Because every time we've seen him in the previous couple of rounds, he's been, I think, as you mentioned, like, overreaching. This time, able to work with the team to allow, you know, players like JitBoys to feed off of that.
That's true. That's really true. Well, now, I mean, again, because that round went so fast, Talon's still sitting on a lot of ultimates. Didn't even need to use them, because that round was so one-sided for them. Cruz looking to just make an escape. Probably pop the smoke and peace on out once he gets contact. Oh my god,
this
the
could
cross.
Be bad. Oh, just barely in the
Uy,
action,
cross!
force their way onto the smoke. It's a 1-for-1. Buzz, that's a little bit rough on the edges.
Oh, JitBoys.
JitBoys to punish.
Nice
Lenny
banget, Lenny.
just comes in through all
Nice,
of the
Governor.
It's not going to work out. Flashback in a 2 versus 1.
30 seconds left.
If anybody can make it happen, it could be him. But Governor, just too quick to reposition, pre-aims,
Nice.
shoots him down, and Talon are striking back.
And
Time
now
out.
you can see that
Belum.
starting to figure it out. I like what Cruz does here. As soon as those shots come through the wall, he realizes
5-4
he
apa
missed
5
the
sama
timing
nih
on the
time out
cross with his piece,
dari
like you
DRX.
just said. So instead of just trying to run, you know, just turning tail, he's like, well, I'm screwed. I might as well just try and fight. Picks up kill for it. This is actually a really good decision.
And I love that.
Yeah. And then he barely gets that neural theft off. That's huge. Makes it easier for Governor. Governor with the op. Now starting to really solidify this defense as well for Talon. Having that op
beneran
in their
time out.
hands, dude, so huge.
Yeah,
Pastilah
at
lagi
this point, it
kencang.
just feels like DRX, again, they have to try to deal with that. Stacks might need to start kind of pinpointing where his fault line will hit. I don't know how this is going to work out, but DRX have called a timeout maybe to address this exact situation, exact problem for them.
Yeah, and if Stacks can land some good flashes as well, that maybe, because it's a lot harder to turn a flash when you're scoped in on an op, right? Like,
Very true, very true.
Yeah. But you're absolutely right. Like, a lot of it does fall on the Stacks, or potentially Mako with the paranoias, but to start doing something about Governor's op, you know, I'd be even concerned, like, if, like, Buzz, like, is, like, flying through the air in front of his op, that he's just going to flick on the Buzz and kill him, you know?
I mean,
With how good he's been this year.
Governor's, I feel like Governor can actually do that. We've seen the highlights, you know, back in
He's probably done it.
the good old days when he was posting on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, I can't watch every video he's ever made, but
Yeah,
I am not
nobody
physically capable of having that much time. But.
Oh, Buzz though. Okay, they play with the fault line here. He's not gonna get the quick contact.
Oh.
Even through the smoke. That is
Buzz.
huge. Buzz truly is a giver and taker.
Oh, nice banget,
Thankfully
JitBoys.
enough, JitBoys, he's got
Nice
the
banget.
tripwires to get that trade 4-4. Back at least on that equal footing. Fortunately, for Talon here, DRX cleanly take that A site. You can already see they're starting to move up into heaven just to make sure that they are not really just corralling themselves onto the site itself. Nade thrown right now from Governor as JitBoys gets closer and closer. Mako, is he going to push up? There it is, separation and angles. That Cosmic Fight is really used.
Oh, kakena!
But the showstopper whiffs. Only one to remain.
Ah!
Dax plays around the corner and Lenny gets overwhelmed. Talon, sit down. DRX is still taking it.
Oh man, that showstopper just went a bit too far.
Wah, ente.
Governor there, I think, in the heat of the moment, trying to land that rocket in a sweet spot where it doesn't really hit him and it hits Stacks. And it doesn't hit Stacks too much.
Oh, that's
what a
why.
reaction. You know, Buzz just barely sees him. And that's enough for Buzz to do the damage. Love the way that DRX sets up their defense, by the way. They've got Stacks on point with the Stinger. Mako picks up a rifle, moves back to the backside of the site to cover that angle. Now, he gets spotted out and taken out. But then Stacks is also with the breach utility, so it's two things there that benefit them. To use the aftershock to cancel out the paint shells push, to buy a little bit of extra time. Really good stuff from Stacks on that round. I mean, obviously he clutched it too. That
Ah,
helps.
Mas ngapain?
Indeed it does. I also love having the double controller here on Split because you allow yourself to just be able to do this. You know, use that Omen to start plugging up these tinier angles so that you can just slowly leave him there, get yourself better map control, and that allows for even better pinch play here from DRX. Oh, hold on.
Oh my
Governor,
God.
what?
Apaan tuh?
Dude is unhinged.
Whoa.
Maksud?
Can we talk about this? He pushes out once again, gets punished. And his B side, DRX, they're going to be more confident just taking it. Lenny's by himself, holding this, and he Iron Man his way into a victory. Maybe. He does get a couple of kills. Probably making Jetboy's job maybe a tad bit better as a lot of the players are tagged.
Nice.
Down to 5 bullets. Repositions. He's down to 2. Oh my god, he gets
Ah,
back into
jeez.
cover as well. All he has to do now is
Oh!
where Mako is. Patience is a
Gila.
virtue, and Jetboys has it in spades. The clutch is absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, what a
Apaan tuh?
play from
Jetboys.
Unbelievable stuff
Let's go.
right there. I mean, his ability to just
Whoa.
time all of that so well.
Oh,
Throws
Jetboy
that
gila.
extra smoke down to give him just enough cover potentially if there's somebody up on rafters when he drops. Lenny getting a big kill in here, but this first one's nice. It's clean. Stacks is trying to run, catches him through smoke, catches the shoulder of Foxy9 there, and this neural theft gives him all the info he needs. Here's the reload. Waits. And Mako was already so low.
Imagine if... I mean, imagine if Mako wasn't low at all, right? Those body shots would have been for nothing.
Yep.
But he was. Oh. It's a great day for Valorant.
It is a good day.
Oh,
Oh.
there you go. That's the
Oh, Governor.
Governor.
Nice.
Now he's the one that was patient. Now he's the one that gets rewarded for just holding his trigger finger and chilling out.
Oh no.
Cruz. Judge. Waiting. Oh. Actually gets
What the?
pretty punished by Foxy9 here. Quick on the pull. Look at
Kadang gue
that.
juga suka gitu.
DRX,
Kalah
they
mulu.
got the whole enchilada in terms of ultimates.
Take flight.
Spike planted.
Enemy marked.
Okay.
Oh, you got the spot on the Viper.
He is. Oh, Lenny's already here on the site, but the K, of course, always something that you have to be worried about. That makes the players, the leftover players of Talon here, in a really bad spot. Ban trying to find the one that's not inside the pit, and he falls down. Jetboys cannot replicate what he did that last round. Too much control here from DRX.
I just had to laugh because I heard Stacks yelling on the stage. Just let out a bit of a cowboy yell.
It's like
there.
we're so close to the action.
I know, yeah. I mean, you know, having a little fun. But yeah, still a ton of ults. I mean, DRX, other than the pit, nothing else needed. Foxy, by the way, after he got pinged, played this really nicely.
Ooh.
They were able to call in some reinforcements to make sure Lenny couldn't find him, and then he backed out on the recon dart that came through so it wouldn't ping on him again. I really like that little micro movement. Oh, here we go, fast.
Ah,
Oh my god.
Fire in what? In what?
lah malah disamperin ultinya.
Others activated here. Aftershock. Wait, it's not the aftershock that stops them. It's actually the snake bite here from Foxy9 himself. From the looks of it. Either that or maybe Cruz had a gravity well in A main. There was too many abilities being popped. I was unsure which one really hindered the motion onto the A side here for DRX. They do find Lenny. DRX readjustment is just to go straight onto A heaven, and they were not aware of this.
Waduh, 8-4
It's
kah?
gonna turn sour right now, as it is only Cruz and Bond separated, gutted.
8-4.
Jetboys alone. That neural theft exposes him.
Spike
And
planted.
he's only got a sheriff into things. He's gonna look for first contact, but he can't even find that.
I love this positioning from Ban in anticipation of this
Switching
showstopper.
sides.
Just like kind of we saw earlier with Jetsy. Maybe he saw it and thought, I can kind of do that too, except as a stinger instead of a judge. But in a forward position to catch the raise after the second blast pack in the air while the showstopper is out. So really a cute little position. And if it was the snake bite from Foxy9, it might have just been a reaction to Ban's position. He might have been like, oops. You need to deal with that.
Because I was seeing everybody from like DRX be vulnerable, so I was unsure of which ability was used.
There was
to
so
make
much chaos.
There
in
was
there.
so much. It was very hard to track.
But yeah, was it a Nova Pulse? Was it? I don't know. You know.
Yeah. There was a reaction of the Rolling Thunder as well, which I thought would allow DRX to push into the site. But then DRX, you know, very cool, very calm, just says, we don't have to really risk this. Let's just go in heaven, see what happens. And it works.
Oh, so she came. The girl on the right came from Jeju, so please, she wants DRX to like show her good games and win.
Is that far?
It's the island.
Jeju.
Jeju Island. Yeah.
Okay,
Southwest.
okay. Yeah.
Sorry, my pronunciations.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I only know that because my mom actually went there for vacation, so she's like, "Oh, you should really go there. You don't have to have a visa too."
It's sick. It's a really nice island.
Yeah, especially the Black Fork.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Very good. Well, after kickoff, possibly.
Sure.
I'm G.
It's a short 45-minute flight from Seoul.
Ah,
Not bad at all.
for all the viewers out there.
Yeah, come on over, go to Jeju, eat some good seafood. Very nice place. Yeah, all right, well, pistol round, flipping sides, 8-4 DRX.
Anjir.
Shocker could break the tripwire. No, it didn't.
It did.
Specialized tripwire.
Maybe expected it a little closer to the door.
Look at that. It's elongated.
There.
But nobody's there to receive it, though. So even if
Oh.
Governor
Ah,
might not
gagal
like
loncat
this, which he does not, Mako's a second too late. So that's going to be the plan for Talon.
Spike planted.
And a slow retake rotate here for DRX, as you can see they're kind of aware that somebody could be lurking, and Jet Boys is there. Flashback on first contact. This is going to be timely, but flashback goes down.
Nice
Governor
banget.
gets the fight onto Stacks. And this is going very much sour for DRX. Not turned away.
Aduh, dapat sama Foxy.
Buzz making a dang good case of just get out of my base. Smoke is there. They're going to have to push it to smoke unless they have something to deny it.
Oh my god.
Which I don't think they do. So DRX just straight
Oh!
Cruz.
What?
Just barely.
I was like, what? Just an inch, a millimeter, a centimeter?
He like shot. That was great control there because he shot at like head level, like in like 3 areas in like a vertical or a horizontal line.
Yeah. Man, all of these were kind of close too.
Cool.
The timings for both DRX and Talon on each of the contacts were neck and neck.
Yeah. That was a really good round. Well done by Talon. I really impressed. They're able to kind of, after a very rough start, able to really start bouncing back.
Yeah.
Get their feet underneath them. Well, now DRX is back in that same situation that Talon was previously, but completely different like look here, right? They're not gamble stacking. They're looking to play for some kills, maybe scoop an upgrade and see if they can turn this round on its head.
Yeah. I mean, as long as you can have those smokes and, the long-reaching fault line of Stacks, there's always a chance where you can punish very greatly, even with just the pistols.
That's true. Very true. So they can get it done. Well,
Oh, nice banget ban.
nice piece of work from Van.
Ban.
Marshall in hand as well. They have a lot of utility to clear out corners right now. Cruz, he's going to get pushed.
Oh.
All right, that's a trade. So B main has been given up, but the rest of Talon actually maneuvering their way onto A main. You can see that Flashback has pocketed himself into the corner there, but this dog sniffs out his position, and he was forced to reload. Unfortunately, no chance to fire another shot.
Ah,
There's some
Ben.
awkward moments here for Talon, and DRX is gobbling up these punish kills.
Stacks with a Marshall. So he can do some damage. Looking for some behind the screen, trying to delay a little, or trying to buy a little bit of time here. Governor, though, has a Phantom.
Close. He's 79, so there's a chance. If they allow Mako to just go, jeez, he's fault line, man. DRX is too good, and this is actually working into a very doable situation. My God, what an expensive round!
Oh,
Mako's not
anjir,
looking at
cowok,
the
rondo
right
mahal, cowok.
Talent at what cost?
My God.
Cost indeed. That's a tough one. I mean, Mako there snags that ghost and puts it to just fantastic use. And again, the patience here for DRX, the communication.
Ini kayaknya
between these
satu
players.
map deh.
Mako and Stax playing together for so long now.
Satu
Just
map
able
doang
to
nih.
work together so nicely to make this such an expensive round for Talon. Yeah, they get it done,
Mau off ya, Bears maghrib.
but that is a lot of extra money that they would have liked to have held on to. Some mixture of half and full armors. DRX on the other hand went full armor. A little bit worried, I think, about maybe somebody grabbing an outlaw or something potentially, but
No dice on that at least.
nah, not this time.
Yeah. Governor actually double sided
Anjir,
already
Phantom
onto
jelek.
Raptors, but they haven't really pushed up just yet. So there's some delays that are being done here by DRX as to why we're seeing Talon not really full commit. They're slowly able to just clear a couple of these tripwires and such, but no kills just yet, no big damage onto anybody. It's really just a show of force on both sides. And Talon, as now they feel like there's too much heat on A, they're trying to re-encompass somewhere else on the map.
They have an escape route now as Foxy9 had completely abandoned ropes. They're actually going to check it, realize that he's gone. Now they have a decision to make. Do they re-aggress towards A, or are they going to shift back over to B? Yeah, I think this is, obviously we know it's a slightly better decision. Foxy9 at the ready.
Ooh, ouch.
Oh,
Alright, he can't
dear.
do the snake bite anymore to stop them from coming in. It would have been nice if it
30
comboed with the
seconds
smoke effects, but it's not. He's 1
Satu
HP.
HP.
What can 1 HP do? I mean, it's Foxy9. Could be something,
There.
but this time it'll be amounted to nothing. 3 players of DRX still alive.
Spike planted.
Smokes from Cruz dissipating. Flashback stacks, Buzz slowly creeping up. Jitboy punishes the
Nice
first
banget, Jit boys.
on the peak. Last 2 might be forced to just back away. Played a save game.
Yeah, kind of has to be. Just another great piece of decision-making here. Gotta love the shot calling from Lenny on this one. Just a really well thought out, taking their time, reading the space, sitting behind that toxic screen, recognizing that nobody on DRX was playing aggressive. They were playing up for contact. They were going to say, you take contact onto us, especially on A. Stax is there ready with the breach utility. Try to do something about it.
Yeah.
And then instead, they just take their time, identify where the weak parts of the map are, and then make the decision. Head right towards Foxy9.
There really was some guesswork there for DRX, no? Where I think Talon was just making so much noise on ropes. That,
Yeah.
Again, they just decided to hold A and just allow Foxy9 to anchor B. But yeah.
I think you're right. Kind of works against DRX there, where, you know, they're trying to set a trap for Talon, and Talon makes it so that they can't really effectively decide where Talon is going quick enough.
One-way smoke here for Mako. I do like the budget smoke on the entrance of B main that stops anybody from DRX actually pushing aggressively. Bit expensive though in terms of util.
It's kind of a give and take. You know, is that a little bit of extra space control worth it? So far, yeah, sort of. Cruz stuck behind the wall. Just a lot of delay tactics.
Oh.
There were some blind reads here from DRX, so they were getting a little bit antsy as they try to reposition. Stacks running for dear life. Fault line does give them some information. To the thing, sorry, not fault line, neural theft gives them that information. Dog, Stacks can't hold it. He
Ooh,
was
Mako.
trying to do as much as he can to give maybe Mako some opening space here. But that B site paper's been ripped apart, ripped
Yeah,
open.
exactly. It's basically round over. I mean,
Spike
you're
planted.
hoping that maybe Foxy can do a little bit more damage. But Ben, already ready for it. No
Nice
problem.
banget, Ben.
Get the headshot, get the kill. And now, flashback. The Vandal. Thought he might just save, but instead he's trying to go for it.
Chasing him, and this might actually turn pretty sour if they overreach to do so.
Look where Lenny is, though.
Yeah.
He got all the way towards spawn.
They started playing far from each other. They do not want to allow Flashback to string these kills very quickly.
Nice banget, Cruz. 8 sama ya. DRX gimana nih?
Baited him out.
Heck yeah. I mean, it's I'd say the only thing that I thought was a little bit
8-10
weird about that
kayaknya
round was Buzz
enggak 10-8
pushing out.
misalnya
Snake might have
DRX
been sitting
8
there,
time out sih.
and I think he was trying to catch him on a timing, and instead they're just ready for him. Like they're expecting it. You know, knows that. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, just knew he was there, and
Enemy remaining.
the dog caught him, you know, glimpsed him in well ahead of time. Stax is trying to clear it.
Yeah. I was just about to say, the paranoia hit nobody.
Yeah.
From Mako. It just
Yeah.
went under their feet.
A bit of a miss on the paranoia there.
Yeah, that could have been something too, in terms of you know, value, if ever.
And look at this, you're back to one away from another showstopper and Seekers. So a couple big ults, clear that tripwire.
Oh, Thunder Fury as well. Mako's just running. Oh my gosh.
Gila Mako.
The dip in and dip out. Shrouded step. Safe. But no one committed into the... Actually, no. There was one that committed into sight. That was Governor. He got punished for that one. It was just too much kerfuffle. Lots of confusion. 4-5. Talon back on the drawing board as they try to re-hit mid.
Yeah, Buzz trying to buy a little bit of attention for Foxy and yep, there you go. Stax and Foxy. Great job there by Buzz.
Cleaning them up. It's so easy when, again, they don't have that sword or spear tip that is Governor. And them losing all of their bargaining chips as to where they can threaten this map really reduces the efficacy of what Talon is trying to achieve. Now it's just Ban and Cruz to remain. They're walking their way up onto B Heaven here.
30 seconds left.
Dax gets spotted.
Oh, Buzz.
Fight, force the fight. They're afraid that, again, he has a flash of horror, a bloodline, but Stack don't care. He just pushes. He wants his own kills. He wants his own highlights. And he pockets his own teammate into the corner there. What a mad lad. Buzz
Laban
finishes it off.
9.
DRX. Finally. It's another one after a few.
Yeah, and I like the little change in mid there for DRX. This time they throw the Poison Cloud. You know, Buzz makes some attention at male, switches over to the other side, makes some more attention,
Oh.
and that completely draws Talon in for the double fire from Stax and Foxy9. So nice selfless play here from the duelist for DRX. That nets them 2 big kills. Then at the end, scoops up 1 for his troubles. Very nicely done. Now DRX taking a bit of a lead, very, very small.
I was just about to ask if Governor might have, you know, fat-fingered or committed his showstopper here, but it's not really. Now he will be. He's chasing Buzz.
Oh.
He knows he's down.
Dikejar.
On ropes. Come here, boy. I want you.
Oh, dapat cowok anjir.
It's collateral. I mean, sure, you don't get the first target,
Anjir.
but if it's Foxy9 that you get as a, you know, compensation, why the hell not? Buzz just comes
Gila
in
di
to
ulti
get
untuk
that
satu
trade
orang
onto
doang.
Governor, and this is going blow for blow between the two teams, and nobody is letting up. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, the timing.
Cruz. Oh my gosh.
They damage each other as well. Look at how much equal the changes or the trades have been. Mako's at the back of the site. Stax
Aduh,
coming in.
Stax.
They're really chasing down onto Mako here, which could allow Stax to just sneak one in. They haven't spotted him. They haven't spotted him at all.
Enemy remaining.
He does get the one.
Ooh.
Cruz
Strike
trades.
down B.
Now Cruz is alone. He does have his divide, which could allow him
30
some bit of
seconds left.
safety here. 30 seconds. He looks for a fight first
want to
before he
fight
tries to do anything else. Before he drops the wall. Now he knows. One in the front, one in the back. Repositions first, 15 seconds, 7 bullets. What a hard-fought battle here for Cruz. He might not even be able to win this.
Oh my God.
He gets
Oh,
it.
anjir.
There's a chance. Coming around. Mako is
Oh.
successful.
Oh,
What a
Nice,
fight.
nice.
I'm just like, there's so many
Menangin terus ya.
just small
DRX.
pivotal moments that could turn this round
Terus
around.
cepat. Oh.
When Buzz is running away from Governor, I went, oh, because I liked that Foxy9 like took one for the team there. Like he stood expecting that Governor's first like idea of where he's going to be looking when he comes up these ropes.
Yeah.
Not this one. But when he's coming up those ropes is that he's going to be looking for Buzz trying to go out the door on the left, right?
Yeah.
And Foxy thinks if I stand at the off angle, there's a chance I can kill him before he gets to shoot the showstopper, or maybe he just pre-fires it as he's going up to try to kill Buzz.
Yeah.
Instead, he's the one who pays the price. So it's kind of like sort of selfless play there, I think, from Foxy.
Okay.
To like,
Yeah.
potentially, but I think Buzz might have gotten out of there anyway in time. It's hard to say for sure, but
I feel like he could have as well.
I think he was kind of out, but
Yeah.
it's hard to say.
it's like trying to, you know, that kind of plays, it feels like you're just trying to hold the sun in your hands. Right?
And that's Foxy's style, man. So
Yeah. We're trying to play with fire. More times than not, you're going to get burnt.
But I think Foxy might have thought there wasn't enough time for Buzz to get out, potentially, but I'm not sure. That's just my guess.
You can ask them.
I could. I probably will.
We will. Don't worry, guys. We got you if you're also wondering. Governor is just so nearby. So many smokes in front of him. How is he going to be able to get any clear sight? Now he can. There you go. Vault line, if Stacks throws that, could put a bit of heat onto Governor here. Been focusing a lot on mid, but Talon really hasn't done anything else elsewhere on the map. Oh, he just spots him.
Tipis
I wonder if
ya.
Foxy did the same thing as well.
It's gotta at least be in the back of your mind now that Talon saved up a bit.
Ngeri, Cok.
They're just flirting with
30
the
seconds
edges
left.
of Governor's vision, and it's oh so close. Trying to inch their way in towards A. Spike's over there too, so Derek's starting to fall back a little bit. Mako, he's in quick.
Ya.
Oh, that's a catch onto Governor too. They haven't got any
10 seconds left.
form of, again, meaningful map
Talon nih
control
mau
here.
kemana ya,
This
bingung.
has just gone to the wayside.
Spike
Talon,
down B.
they were kind of hoping that Governor's going to be able to get any kills with this operator of his on attack, but it hasn't. And they could take away the last
Anjir,
gun.
Stacks.
That was bad. And Stacks, he's been on point every single round.
Time out gak nih?
This is a rejuvenated Stacks here in 2024. 2023 was, statistically speaking, his worst year ever. Just straight up. And, you know, obviously for him, as the IGL, a lot of pressure in that regard, a lot of mental pressure that, you know, probably affects your stats. Let's just be honest. That happens to most IGLs.
Yeah.
But still, for him to come in looking like this, seems like he's a lot more freed up. Seems like Governor to try to do a little...
No flash though.
Yeah. Oh, the counter swing by Buzz.
Doesn't matter. I mean, reduce fire rate. Okay.
Come on, man.
I was just about to hype Governor right now. I'm going to have to hype flashback.
That's not fair.
Yeah. Dude just has an insane sixth sense. Even that, he's going to be able to get the byproduct of a neural theft. Hello, I see you. Map exposed. All plans for rotation. Very much known now to DRX. A minute on the clock, sure, but damage be done by flashback.
Let's see. Okay, Foxy is kind of turning his attention back towards the rope. I'll say Cruz is trying to sneak underneath DRX's senses, but seems like they're somewhat aware of it. Oh, the timing. I like that.
Might not have spotted where Foxy9 was, especially with the leap of the Trailblazer, so Cruz still has his work cut out for him, but it doesn't matter. He opens it up, and this is where flashback needs to dig deep.
30
or does
seconds
he?
left.
The fault line actually hits a couple of the members of Talon on Heaven. A smoke from Mako to give flashback a little bit of kickback here at the site, so he has some safety here. A pocket paper thin. Jet Boys finally
down
finds him, but the
A.
trade for trade happens.
Last
And this
player
is so
standing.
messy.
Oh, he made noise. Sure, doesn't
matter. Yeah, he can still get into the
seconds
site. He's aware that
Spike
somebody could be
planted.
Heaven. They're all here at the back of it. He's got a paranoia. Finds one, could not convert. These are messy games. These are messy rounds.
Well, it's weird because the previous round was like DRX just dissecting Talon piece by piece, right? Just doing a great job, just keeping them at arm's length until they had the right moments to strike. And this round, like, Talon, yeah, they lose a player early, but then they set up Cruz really nicely here. He plays it so patiently off the back of that Trailblazer. You know, he tries to peek off of it quick. Foxy9 had already kind of rounded the corner, but then Cruz uses that against him because Foxy9 doesn't exactly know that he's there. And I think Cruz might have just spotted the back end of him. Oh, Buzz, what are you doing?
Well,
love it.
It's his innocence name, you know? Buzz,
Love it.
Infinity and Beyond, finds the lurking Cruz. This will trigger everybody from Talon to just pull it up onto the A site, which could allow Flashback to find his rhythm, to get his highlights. He does get the first kill onto Lenny. Jet Boys, off-cap kill onto Stacks, and he finds Governor through the smoke. That's the spike down. This is going horribly wrong. Ban is alone. He's got a Trailblazer, but that's not going to be enough. He's also just, trapped into a bowl of the backside of A here. Maybe he can wiggle his way out. That's going to be something important for him. Foxy9 has gone and pushed up onto A main, but if Ban can slowly work the defense here, it could actually be very doable right now, Paper.
He needs the help here, does Mako. So able to get that spot.
He saw him. Patience is the virtue. Doesn't want to bite, don't want to bite the hand that feeds. He's playing this.
He's gonna try to double swing him here, I think.
Yeah, patiently as he can. Oh, just timing as well as he peeks up onto A main.
Let's go.
Match point.
It's a good call there to stack because it was a position where if you
beres
give him
ya
the off
Jen ya.
angles, he actually has a chance to make that work if the timing isn't impeccable. That's a good call from those two. Love the off the rip showstopper. You don't see that. That's why I was kind of guffawing there.
Wow.
That Buzz was doing that. He doesn't do that a lot. And
Maybe
so for him to go that aggressive,
yeah,
you love to see it.
taking a page out of the book.
Oh, time out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. A good page to take because Governor's pretty good.
Add it to your arsenal. Another one there from Flashback. He saw the barrel on the edge of the smoke and he's like, free kill, free second kill for me. Crazy stuff. This is just going to the wire.
And the thing I love about Flashback is he seems to, when he's anchoring a site, especially on this Cypher, seems to be at least good for one, like every time. Like he always finds a way to like scoop one in, whether it's like playing a cheeky angle or just buying a ton of time with his smokes and his utility and stuff like that, playing off his own utility. Like he's a really good Cypher player. And that's a really huge asset for DRX to have. They've never really had somebody since King who can play Cypher well. It's always been Killjoys, or just try without. Maybe a chamber here and there, of course, during the chamber meta, but
this is Cypher's revenge arc. Everybody was just killing him. And now with his upgraded tripwires and everything, with Flashback and the controls, dude is looking nigh unstoppable. Ooh, Governor. I think he's just gonna YOLO this. He's already 70 HP, right? No! The YOLO actually works! He can get a secondary on Buzz at the back of the site. Oh!
Let's go!
The running guy.
Dilariin Ranen.
I love it.
Yeah. That's what the Stinger does for you.
I love it. That stuff just makes my heart happy. It tilts many, but not me.
Oh yeah.
Here.
I have not said this descriptive words, but Talon, reckless abandon onto A.
Sure, why not? Go for broke. I love the confidence.
Really?
I love the play calling from Lenny.
Oh, they're pushing at the back of the site right now. Cruz has supplemented a couple of smokes so that Jet Boys can play comfortably in the back of things, playing similar to what Flashback did. And they don't really need to face this.
Yeah,
he has a gravity well.
Yep.
He's not even using it too early, too. There it is. Scoops it up. 10 to 12. Talon. Slightly expensive as Lenny drops down. 10 12, yeah.
I just love Governor just like being like, well, go big or go home. Just full on, send it right around that corner. And Flashback, I say he's usually good for one. That one was so crazy it caught him off guard.
Enemy remaining.
He was not ready at all for Governor to just be diving straight on the site.
Let's go, Jet Boy.
Yeah, let's go.
Absolutely.
Rolling Thunder, Hunter's Fury. It's going to be the setup for this Hunter's Fury. That's what I'm always kind of curious about on Split with these Sovas is like you never get to see Sovas on Split.
Yeah.
So like how do they use stuff like the Hunter's Fury?
Ayo,
The
cepat
drone
beresin,
and
Cok.
The recon darts make sense. They're usually
DRX,
there's just not
ayolah,
enough
menangin
space
lah.
on Split. Where,
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean?
Aduh.
At least now it's your other thing
Tutup
that
map
stops
pertama,
somebody from using the spikes. We're sure that that can be used if Lenny survives
That's a
long
really
enough.
good point. Yeah, that's probably mostly what you'd like to use it for. I suppose if you find a pick with your drone or something, but
Look at how close DRX are playing in this. Are they playing the same thing that Talon did on mid? Hello. Trailblazer gets some contact here, and this is actually going very awry. What?
Wah,
Even
apa-apaan nih,
just
Cok?
coaxes the showstopper out of Governor. A very expensive round here for Talon.
What the heck?
And he's down to 10 HP. I mean, this is very workable for DRX. They can actually re-encompass mid, start picking up the rifles, and then just maybe do something. Oh, Stax wants to peek that. You saw he wanted to.
Yeah. And he's gonna use the Rolling Thunder.
Anjir gak jadi ke
There's
plan.
actually a world where they
Oh
lose this.
my.
And
Anjir,
they
nice,
bring
nice,
it
nice,
back.
nice, 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 nice.
Governor's 10 HP, and he's spotted down on mid.
Tutup map. Let's go.
Why didn't he just push with the rest of his team?
Nice, let's
But
go.
because of that, DRX.
Defenders win.
Oke, thank you semuanya yang udah menonton ya. Sorry banget, gue udahan karena
I thought he was gonna
ya
save it.
mau
In the back of my head, I'm
maghrib
like, he's
dulu,
gonna
habis
wait
itu
for the next round, right?
takutnya
Surely.
ngantuk kayak ketiduran. Jadi
Nope, I mean, but that shows
sebenarnya
the
ini
confidence
mau
that Stax
beres-beres
has, not just in
dulu
himself, but in
karena
Black Man
ada
as well.
Yeah.
mau
Like,
pindahan
those
ya.
two,
Jadi
you know, look at the way
komputer-komputer
he's,
ini
you know, hugging
setup
him,
like nih
bigging him up.
bakal
You know, Stax
diberesin.
is
Jadi
all
takut
in
ketiduran
on
ya.
this
Jadi
roster
nggak
this year,
takutnya
clearly
gak sempet gitu
on
gitu
this
aja.
new player. And that
Jadi sisanya kalian nonton di VCT Valorant Pacific. Oke ya, so
Because
terima
he knew
kasih
they
sudah
could win.
menonton
I can
ya.
already imagine Stax
Sorry
getting
banget
a
ya,
tattoo on
sekali
his
lagi
chest
moga
saying no
enjoy sama
regrets.
live ini. Terima kasih.
Anyways, we're
Oke,
gonna
jangan lupa
give
di
it on
like.
to the desk. What a first game in the series.
RB udah nggak ada bro.
Were you reading some of those signs?
Oke ya,
Well, there was a sign on
jangan
the
lupa di
right
like,
that so
subscribe,
RB,
subscribe, dan
his
jangan lupa
relatives
juga
used
tuh
to
top
come
up di
and
Maen
watch
Games
DRX
karena
games
diskon
a
up
lot,
to
and I think
20%.
that was his nephew, and the
Kodenya ada
sign
di
said,
bawah situ ya.
RB's
Oke,
going to
sekali lagi terima
Shanghai,
kasih. Sampai
please
jumpa di
cheer
live
for him, or
berikutnya.
something along those lines. The follow